Oh my god! Can you hide the art? I don't know if it.
H doesn't do it at least.
Dang! But like, the little mugs that are just rectangles with lines across them are so good. I hope they move so we can see them. But this is. Oh man, this is so charming, and the color theory is really, really selling this so well too. Like the dash of green for the bottles is like reminiscent of like the cactuses earlier, which was definitely
the limited
intentional.
palette.
Yeah, like
It's always fun to do.
This is great.
Walking through the doors of the saloon, you're hit with the very familiar smell of tobacco and alcohol hanging in the air. A couple patrons drink and talk quietly in the corner, not taking any notice of you two. You see a dozen or so tables, and looking up, there's a second floor with the room's sheriff mentioned.
I just wish we had we actually have a southern chicken for you. But anyway, I just wish we had like a little like honky-tonk piano going nuts in the corner as like yeah, old Phil plays every single day from high noon to midnight. You know, the OST is really cool so far though.
Further questions to ask with the idea of cleaning a mug with a feather hand. Just think of the weird texture of duck feathers and be like, don't know about that. Don't know. But
he's a
anyway,
roadrunner.
Is he?
Right?
Oh, maybe. It could be.
I don't know.
Well, howdy there. Your attention is grabbed by an excitable and friendly voice coming from a short bird standing behind the bar, who is now grabbing a couple glasses. Bartholomew. My name's Bartholomew. What can I get you, fellas? He started wiping the glass expectantly, glancing between you both as you walked the few steps from the doors to stand at the bar.
I'll get a beer.
Why'd you say it like that?
You would normally probably specify the brand of beer, but yeah, I'll get a beer brand cerveza if you have one.
Brand? Like we get Amazon deliveries
With two
out
X's.
here? I'd like a jug with only 2 X's on it, please. I'm on a diet.
Oh, pussy, I'll take 4 X's. So stupid.
All right. And you? I'll, have what he's having. That was more words than just saying beer, but okay. Yep, coming right up. He set the mugs down and disappeared through a door behind the bar into a back room.
These two are so fucking bad at being inconspicuous.
I don't have any money on me, Joseph.
Oh, fuck. Don't worry about that. It's on me.
He pat you on the back with a big wing a couple times, but withdrew his hand when he saw you wince a little.
Oh, sorry. Was it too hard?
No, you're fine. You hadn't winced from pain, you just weren't used to someone touching you. Like that, at least. Friendly-like.
Oh,
Touch-starved.
heart.
Queer touch-starved characters.
I like them
Name
so
a better
much.
couple.
Mm-hmm.
Bartholomew reappeared with 2 glass bottles, tipping them into the mugs with satisfying glugs before taking a couple coins from Joseph.
Satisfying glugs.
You had
That's
2
great.
beer tokens. The tokens for beer. Thank you kindly. You both take a sip.
Yay!
Joseph seems to enjoy it, but you find it a bit more bitter. You try not to pull a face.
Not like it?
Ah, damn it, I pulled a face. You smile weakly. Not my thing.
Noted.
He winks at you and you feel your cheeks redden a little. You both keep drinking while the bartender busies himself behind the bar.
Makes sense.
The saloon is quiet, A piano sits, gathering dust in the corner,
No!
disappointing Bird specifically, seemingly
No!
untouched for many moons,
Ah, you fuckers.
dashing all of Bird's past and future hopes.
Oh.
There will be no piano in this video game, you hear me?
No, please let there be like a dialogue where it's like, can you can you tickle the ivories there, partner?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Piano
Please,
DLC,
please. Please.
Charge Bird specifically $10 for a piano character. You get one line of dialogue acknowledging the piano guy, and this room has piano in it.
But they acknowledge it in the saddest way.
No, I'm saying
No.
like they would charge you for the DLC specifically, and then you get one line of dialogue acknowledging there is a piano guy now.
Oh, okay.
And then it plays piano.
Okay. I'll email them right now and say they'll pay for a patch for them to put my character, me in, sitting at the piano, being like, hey there, you want me to play you a song? And then that's it. They didn't do nothing else to like patch.
It's the only
game
voiced
around
line in the
that.
entire game by you. I think he's got
off, so it's like 700% louder. Or some
room noise.
shit.
I think those are his glasses. He's got little glasses floating, like an inventory. The bartender.
Oh yeah, the little spectacles.
Yeah.
He's got like the ones that are like very small lenses that like curve over, like the opera glasses or whatever.
Yep. Wind whistles through a gap in the saloon doors, carrying the sound of desert insects.
Slow day, huh?
You look up from your drink and see he's looking at the bartender, who doesn't seem to have taken any notice. He glances at you both and realizes rather sheepishly he was being talked to. Oh, beg your pardon. Slow day? Nah, this is about the usual. Gets a lot more lively in the evening when the sun goes down. Everyone comes here to take a load off.
Ah, so you know everyone here pretty well then.
Yeah, everyone in this town has what you call jobs. Y'all day drinkers are exhibiting jobless behaviors.
It's pretty. They're so bad at acting like normal. It's so funny.
It's like, slow day, huh? It is 8 a.m., sir.
And that's bad.
Well, of course. Not exactly a big town. We're a pretty tight-knit lot here. Why is that? This is a mining town, right? These places usually explode with people. Well, can't say I know much. He looks oddly unsettled by your question.
Oh? How long you lived here for?
He perks up again from whatever you said that troubled him, the brightness returning to his voice. Oh, well, I'd say somewhere close to 8 years. A darn long time. Yeah, I suppose it is. What made you stay?
Never mind staying. How'd you even find this place? I'd never even heard it till we stumbled past.
Bartholomew's cheery smile dropped a little, morphing into something more wistful. Like the face of someone looking at an old, now bittersweet photograph. You boys ask a lot of questions, don't you?
That's not a good
That's not a good
reaction.
start. Not doing well. You and Joseph look at each other for a moment, expecting the other to say something, but nothing comes out. I don't mind. To give it a fair shake, this town ain't the most exciting. It's nice to talk to some new ears that ain't tired of my squawking already. He gives a little half-hearted chuckle.
Cool.
It's like, with the eyes closed, there's a lot of wrong guesses you could make about where his eyes are.
Yeah. That's the one thing I'm kind of struggling with this entire time is reading the faces. It's not that important. It's a little abstract, but like, it's just kind of like I don't know.
They mostly take
I don't
turns
care that much.
sweating and blushing and looking away or looking forward.
Yeah. I guess that's really all I need to pay attention to.
Well, I found this place because I heard about there being gold. Like a lot of folks, I was fixing to get my fill. You and Joseph both lean in a little at the mention of gold.
Did you say gold?
There's gold in these here hills. My fiance was running away from home.
French.
And I was going with him. We thought we'd go out west and make our fortune. Looking back on it, I get why so many called us foolish. I might have been one of them if it were the other way around. But we had our hearts set on it. We followed the road by wagon, and it was damn tough, hellish even. Thank our lucky stars we made it here to Clemency on a wing and a prayer. That was when we really felt like we were foolish. When we got here talking about gold, we almost got run out of town. I don't know the details, but there was a lot of trouble here when miners ran this place. No one's been digging for decades now. Word hadn't traveled far enough, it seems, to let us know at the time. At first, Sheriff told us to leave. Didn't want no more of our kind causing trouble. But when Sheriff saw how stuck we were, that we had nowhere else to go, how rough the journey had been on us. Sheriff's nothing of that kind. Could see we weren't troublemakers, just wanted a better life somewhere. His little lines.
Sounds like you found it.
Yep. He's doing great. Just chilling.
Yeah.
He shrugged, like there was nothing more to it. With the town's help, we gussied up this here saloon into something I could run, and the rest is history.
I'm glad y'all found some. I'm glad
you all found something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that for sure. Clemency may be small, but it's something real special if you ask me. But there's no gold here. Bartholomew leaned back against the shelves behind him, crossing his arms. Not as far as I know. The mines are around here somewhere, but I never seen them. This hasn't been a mining town for a long time, and people here don't think of it as one. You do well to keep that in mind. He tapped the side of his beak as if to say, if you catch my drift.
Even so, I would be interested in the history of the town.
Afraid that well runs dry here. There's others who have been here far longer than I have.
Like
You only
Sheriff.
talked to Sheriff you haven't yet. Sheriff's made this place what it is today. Well, I know something, that's the lizard to talk to. Thank you, Bartholomew. No problem, it's my pleasure. Bartholomew stood up from his lean and stretched his back and arms a little. Slinging his cloth over his shoulder, he picked up a small, clinking and rattling box before walking through the back room. Boy, there's an unexpected amount of space back here in the back room.
I've never been back here. Daylight's burning. I think we best get going.
Agreed. You stood at the bar and waited a moment while Joseph downed his beer, and then yours too. Hope you can hold that.
He goes back in that corner, and then, like, there's just somebody sitting at a table, like, finally, the service here is atrocious. I've been waiting 12 years. Aw, please. How little you must think of me. Only a couple beers. You should have seen me at the Long Branch and Dodge. Drank the entire gang under the table.
Then I had to get out of there.
I shouldn't laugh at
So stupid.
That was really, really bad, man.
You can't help but smile at his cockiness, unsure whether to believe him. You briefly think back on the times the gang had gone to bars. You're always told to stay outside, don't wander off. A dog on a leash waiting for master to come back. Staring into lamplit streets and hearing the braying crowds all around you, drunken strangers enjoying each other's company as much as their liquor. At first they told you it was dangerous for you to stray too far. Then they started telling you to stay outside after you'd beaten the teeth out of a guy in an alley who you knew had been staring at you. Couldn't have you causing them needless trouble. Off so soon? Bartholomew re-emerged into the bar, looking expectantly. Well, don't be a stranger, strangers. You're welcome to come back later when the bar's more lively. My husband would love to meet you both. The casual lilt of his words caught you off guard, and you think you see Joseph stumble a little.
They just run. Husband? Whoa!
Failing to get any words out, he just tips his hat and you both leave the saloon, stepping back into the dust and dry desert heat. So second person that you meet in this town is queer, which is... and open about it, which is unexpected for them. Town hall. There might be a meeting we can drop in on at the town hall. Seems worth a look.
What was I gonna say? Why is it so hard for me to put this sentence together?
Sound it out.
I was gonna say, it's like really, I just like, it being different. Like, just like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna be like out, like, about, like, that character having a husband. Why am I struggling to put this together? All I'm gonna say is that it's nice. Jesus. I'm tired. I've been through a hell of a life, but yes, it's good. Thank you. That's all I needed to say. Sounds good to me. I wouldn't mind sitting down a spell neither.
The audience at home, Bird is straight and terrified of saying something weird.
I wish it was that funny of a reason. But no, it's like, I just got a text from my mom and I was like, oh boy, that's a conversation to have in an hour. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It is really distracting, like, though.
It does just kind of get distracting kind of... when someone texts you and they're like, hey, can I call you in an hour? And it's like, maybe.
Little over an hour, but...
yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
You both start walking to the outskirts of the town, weaving between the clumps of houses and down the dirt banks. You keep walking on a flat stretch, smooth and compacted from the frequent travels of people. Some townsfolk on their porches wave at you or give a little afternoon as you pass on by. Is it just me, or does it feel like everyone here is nicer than most?
Well, maybe, but I ain't complaining.
Gives an enthusiastic wave to a small kid shyly hanging around outside their house, under the shade.
I could get used to folk being nice to me. Oh.
They not usually?
I mean, I don't stray far from the gang a lot of the time. And if you remember, they have a very mean game. Maybe this is normal.
Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't know either. You arrive at the large wooden building you'd been heading towards, noting how similar to a chapel it looked. Joseph walks up the small steps and opens the door with a rattle, holding it open for you. Thank you kindly.
Okay, for anyone who cares, my mom texted me to say that all she wanted to tell me was that she didn't want to hang out this weekend and wanted to postpone it next weekend. We're good. Okay.
But she made it the most stressful possible message by phrasing it like that. Can I call you later? As if like we need to hash something out or someone died.
Yeah. Oh, funny shit. Okay. Let's keep going.
Moms just don't understand the tone of phone.
No.
The different mediums on the phones and so on, and what messages mean. Very funny.
Yep.
He followed you into the short, darkened hallway, closing the door behind him with another wooden rattle. The meeting hall is fairly large and simple and bright. The wood walls are varnished and gleaming from the ample sunlight filtering through the arched windows. Rows of benches line the aisle, half facing away and half facing towards you on either side. Sitting on a nearby bench turned away from you is a hunched figure in black.
Are they the town mortician?
Don't know. It's town hall. Is there a mayor?
Yeah. Well, no, the sheriff's the mayor.
Is he?
No.
Did I forget?
It's the sheriff.
Don't do this to me.
Sorry.
Who's on first? Hearing you come in, the figure jumps to life, rising from the seat. It's a little turtle man. They turn to you both, revealing themselves to be an elderly tortoise, holding a small book in one hand.
What book? What could it be? What kind of book is that? It's a Bible, Keith.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Do my eyes deceive me? Or do I see new visitors to our town?
He walks with the characteristic slowness of someone his age and nature down the aisles towards you both, with a sprightly spring to his step.
Cool. Sprightly spring to his step.
That's a
really cool one.
He's a very energetic walk cycle, but he's walking like he's on ice and just isn't moving. Like someone's dance walking towards you very slowly. He tucks the book under...
I remember a long time ago, I was working on a game maker game, and I fucked up the speed of the animation versus the walking speed of the character. So it looked like they were just like Sonic, like speed running the whole time, but they were walking at like Mega Man 1, kind of like an amble. And it was so funny looking that I've wanted to see somebody make a game that has a character that does that, except make a better game than I did when I was 13. So somebody get on that.
It feels like a Toby Fox gag.
Yeah.
He tucks the book under one arm and extends both his hands to shake hands with Joseph, then you.
Welcome to Clemency and to our meeting hall. I am Jacob, and what might your names be? I'm Joseph, and this here is my associate, Robin.
Pleasure to meet you. I held my tiny hat in my hand, and now it's floating again.
I missed that. That's cool, though. I assure you the pleasure is all mine. It has been a good while since we had fresh faces around here. Good for harvest time tonight. Fresh, delicious looking faces.
Just in time for the festival. God, the fucking episode of Over the Garden Wall.
Now you'll have to excuse me, but I have some business to attend to quickly. Feel free to sit and pray here until I return, if you so wish. Okay.
Before you can ask any more questions, he shuffles between you both and out the door. You and Joseph look at each other quizzically, sitting down on the nearest bench together.
What did he say? Sit and pray here?
That's what I heard too.
Is this a meeting hall for prayer? The meeting house of God? I don't get it.
You can't help but smile at his musings as he looks around the room, looking into the rafters of the ceiling, before turning back to you. You lock eyes with him, staring into the honey gold and brown streaked rings of his keen gaze. He smiles at you coyly, and looks away, readjusting in his seat. You realize that you were holding your breath. You sit up on the bench more, too. The hard wood at your back reminds you of a church days.
Town hall days. God meeting house days, thank you very much.
All the fuss and protest against your mother about your Sunday best. You don't miss the frills and laces at all. You do miss singing hymns with her.
Aw.
She had a beautiful voice.
I don't remember the last time I prayed. Don't cross my mind very much.
Can't say you're missing anything. All the good it'll do you.
Not a believer?
I don't want to blaspheme, but God's done a whole lot of jack squat to help me all my life. Don't really feel like praying to someone who don't care about me, or anyone like me for that matter. Which is why I wouldn't have pegged you for a devout man. Joseph laughed a bit, almost mocking the idea.
No. I don't think anyone could accuse me of that. Not with some of the things I've done. But I still pray. Only the Lord knows if he's listening, but it helps remind me what's important to me. A lot of the time I just pray for family. Hope they're doing fine.
I hope they are too. There's a momentary silence between you, like the subtle shift of coals in a long burning fire, now snuffed by the door rattling open again. You looked behind you and sure enough it was Jacob shuffling in. He grabbed a broom and briefly swept some dust he'd tracked in back outside before closing the door with another rattle.
I set up a bath for you. Don't mind the onions and the radishes that I also put in the boiling pot of bath for you. Forgive me for the delay. I hope I haven't kept you two from your business. Don't worry yourself. We're doing just fine here.
That was Joseph.
Oh, don't worry yourself. We're doing just fine here.
You got two confusing J names to navigate at once.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
He leaned into and nudged you playfully.
Good. So, how may I help you, gentlemen?
The word catches you off guard a little, and the way it trips off his tongue so easily, no bitterness or mockery. Joseph seems to stall for a moment before a little wry smile returns to his face. He adjusts in his seat to turn to Jacob, who has now taken a seat facing you on another bench.
He turns about on the bench, sitting like a cool preacher. Well, we're just passing through, but I'm curious. You mentioned something about prayer?
Just imagining like the way a teacher would sit on the back of a chair.
Yeah.
But it's a pew, so it's just his little turtle legs are just like over the top of it, spread eagle.
Oh my god. There's some fan art bait for you all out there.
They call it the Riker maneuver.
Wow. First season Riker was a real... First and second season Riker was so fucking weird.
Before he had a beard and you just see his entire ass chin.
Yeah. Wild. Well, of course. You must forgive me. I'm clearly far too used to the usuals of the town.
The slow drawl of words is comforting, like being told a long, worn story by a grandparent.
This is the meeting hall for friends, Quakers, if you will. We're a largely Quaker community here in Clemency. That's cool. Quakers. Oh yeah, there's a lot of you folks over in Pennsylvania and the likes, ain't there? Yes, indeed, that's true. In fact, that is where I hail from. But I must admit, it has been a long, long time since I last visited.
Sorry. Gotta say, I'm at sea here. I've never even heard of Quakers.
I can't say I'm much more enlightened myself. I don't know nothing about them.
We both turned to Jacob expectantly.
Well, what's the simplest way I can explain our beliefs?
He fell into deep thought for a few moments, eyes staring into the middle distance before coming back to life.
We believe that there is that of God in everyone, that we all have a inner light that guides us. We don't perform sermons or sing hymns. Instead, we pray in silence together. There are no guidelines as to what you should do other than try to connect and listen to the light within yourself. We also very strongly believe in pacifism and do what we can to promote peace.
It'd be a shame if two rival gangs will both attack at the same time tomorrow. Maybe if we all duck, they'll all destroy each other. It's a cartoonish coincidence.
We're all gonna just stand in the middle of town square, one side to the other, one gang on one side and the other, and then count of three, just everyone hit the floor. When the scene's up, I have to share with you a list of Quaker names because Quakers named their...
Yeah.
Quakers have insanely fun names.
Like oats.
Nope.
I'm out of names.
Denouncing all forms of violence and the degradation of our fellows who walk the earth with us. It's important to respect the light of God within everyone. That's certainly how I see it.
That sounds nice, but, well, things don't often work that way, in my experience. Jacob smiles wisely, likely having heard the same sentiment many times before.
Yes, there's certainly some that adhere to it more than others in town, but it's always been an important tenet of our community. So, everyone in this town...
It's me.
Oh, sorry.
So...
I just got a text from my mom saying no need to call.
Oh, God.
So distracted.
So, everyone in this town like that, or whatever the fuck it said? Actually, I hit spacebar and I don't know how to go back.
Basically that. Well, yes and no. Many of us are, but some of us more so just adhere to the same principles and ideals of non-violence and so forth. Quakerism isn't enforced, but it bonds this community.
It sounds unusually rad. Basically, first tenet, love thy neighbor. Second tenet, no, that's it. that was the
tenets. If I remember right, Quakers are pretty damn cool. I mean, I don't know about modern day Quakers. I'm sure there's only like 20 of them left anyway. But like, if I remember right, Quaker communities were like pretty damn badass and awesome.
I'm always afraid to say anything about any group of people because it's like, what? Oh, you don't know? Oh wow, I can't believe you endorsed genocide. Fuck.
Oh my god. It's scary having an opinion on anything ever on the internet. Oh my god, people just go to 12 out of 10 immediately. Anyway, interesting. What about old Sheriff? Wait, that was Joseph, maybe. Okay.
It was, yes.
Yeah. What about Sheriff?
Me?
With the pacifism and whatnot, doesn't seem like it'd be easy. Oh, well, yes, I can see how you might suppose that. Sheriff cares about keeping the peace, but isn't solely responsible for it. We all are. It's what made this town so easy to keep going. Me and Sheriff see eye to eye on many things.
So, you and Sheriff have been here a while then.
Did you found the place or something?
Some might say it found me.
Looks out the window, wipes a tear, bursts into song.
Here's our life. You'd have believed it by the tortoise's age, but he could definitely be as old as this town.
No, you flatter me, for I am not quite that pioneering. But I have indeed been here for a long time. If you'd indulge me, I could tell you a little of my story.
Please do. Jacob nodded, again drifting off into thought for a moment before coming back with his words. There's probably something cultural-ish about some of the art style that I don't have context for, just because this game does visually resemble a lot of what I saw in Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, which has a similar sort of context.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a little bit. I mean, I grew up in New Mexico, and I haven't seen anything that, like, jumps out to me about, like, a kind of cultural context like that. So, I don't know. I've been trying to keep an eye out for it. I'll let you know if something pops up that I can distinctly say is, like, Southwestern or something. Or, like, Western. As I said, I'm here from Pennsylvania.
Ignore that New Mexico voice.
During the height of the gold rush, with so many heading west, many Quakers thought it would be a benefit to follow. I was much younger then, much more eager to get on the trail and spread the ideals of the Friends. Yeah, the full name of the Quaker is like the whole, like the universal brotherhood of the friendship of Quakers or something like that. It's kind of awesome.
It's adorable.
I'll just look it up right now. Whatever. The Religious Society of Friends. So fun. Although I can't say my love of blabbing has waned much.
He gave a charming and hoarse little laugh at his own jibe.
The trail was very hard, but I learned much from others in the caravans and towns and cities on the way. So much life and light. I arrived in this here town maybe more chipper than I had left, but it was not to be.
His expression softened, drawing into himself, emotion failing to find its way onto his face.
I loathe to speak ill of my fellow man, but when I arrived, this was a godless place. The miners had little care for each other. Be it out of greed or desperation, they were consumed by their need for gold, even those who had had their fill. The whole town was tense and unpredictable.
that full justified text when a big word comes.
Arguments, even violence, would erupt whenever something valuable turned up. A new vein, gold in the river. They'd do whatever they had to get what they wanted. The night I arrived, they told me of the so-called savages that used to reside there. That's not great. Very little makes my blood boil, I tell you boys what. But the way them miners talked about those Indians. How happily they told me stories about the ways they drove them out. Unspeakable things I dare not and would not want to repeat to anyone. I tried explaining the Friends' way, how even the savages, as they called them, had the light of God in them. How we were equally important in the presence of God's light. That the people we share this earth with were not our enemy. They had no care for my explanations. They had no care for the needs or lives of others than themselves. It made me wonder how Quakers' past had convinced people of the evils of slavery, of the importance of peace. Building bonds instead of destroying one another. I lost hope. I thought maybe things had changed so much. Perhaps this was the people's limit. Tolerance of those who could get in their way was no longer an option. Or perhaps I was just a failure, unable to convince a single soul of giving a damn.
The old tortoise looked forlorn, brow furrowed, like he was reliving those memories so vividly that these were the same faces he wore.
Then along came Sheriff. Oh, Sheriff. That's his full name, Sheriff O'Sheriff.
Sheriff O'Sheriff. It's a
I
good
was
Irish
little
name.
Yeah. I was a little worried when Sheriff was first assigned to the town. That I'd just have another person to fight with. Someone with authority on the side of the miners. Instead, I found a kindred spirit. Someone who actually listened to me and agreed with me on many things.
Got a little tear in his eye and he's sparkling.
Very quickly, we became firm friends.
Turgid allies.
Hard helpers. Eventually, Sheriff got sick of the miners, decided enough was enough, and shut down the town. Forced the miners to move elsewhere.
Many died.
I was gonna say, that's not good.
The entire time he'd been talking about Sheriff, his face was lively and lit up, his hands moving with his words. It was a lot like how your pastor used to give sermons.
Surely there was resistance to a whole mining town being packed up like that. Yeah, we had to kill many a man. Of course, but Sheriff did what's right. That's the way Sheriff's soul is set.
How do you think the crops grow so well?
And deliciously. I'd felt buried, but in fact, tonight is the holiday in which we celebrate that very event. What a coincidence you two arrived. Anyway, I'd felt buried by the weight of the town's hate, their convictions like stone walls I could not scale. I'll be grateful to God until the day I die that Sheriff came here. I was given so much hope when I lost it all. And you've been here ever since?
Jacob chuckled.
Yes, we have. Only a handful of us stayed after the miners left, and it was hard to know whether this town would still stand. But we felt sure we could find more people who cared, as long as we worked together. More people like us.
His words hung in the air, settling around you and Joseph as Jacob settled his gaze onto you both. So, those mines are still around? A lot of mining towns died down because of the gold drying up, but if the miners just left, I guess there's still some there.
Well, yes, I suppose. I can't say I've thought much about it in recent years. We don't encourage those looking for gold. I'm sure you understand. It's nothing but trouble.
He's got angry lines now. He's steaming. His wrinkles are escaping his body. His warm gaze turned somewhat steely. You weren't sure how long it might go on for if Joseph didn't pipe up.
Course, Jacob. We're just a curious bunch. Thank you for talking with us strangers so long.
His stern eye disappeared in an instant, and he humbly waved away Joseph's thanks.
No, the pleasure's all mine. It's been good to talk to new ears. If you'll excuse me now, I must get this place tidied up before today's meeting. Quaker meeting? Yes, indeed. You're both welcome to join us if you'd like.
Bring your own oats. Thank
if
you.
If you don't have any to bring, you can come. I got oats to spare.
Just talk to me beforehand. Thank you, Jacob. But I'm thinking we'll be off anyhow. I forgot that they were taller than that.
Insane.
They were there for a while, so I forgot that wasn't their whole sprite. Yeah. You'll stand, stretching and shaking off the stiffness from the wings and tails and legs.
Go well, and keep the light close to you.
God rest their souls when sundown comes.
They're delicious souls.
You both nod and leave through the same rattling doors before catching one last glance at Jacob starting his chores before he closes it. It is classic for everything to be so peaceful and nice and idyllic, and it's like,
yeah.
Right, they're all vampires. That's why no one new comes here.